Hello friends and fellow Vikings. Today I'm going to show you yet another alternative build in Valheim. Before I forget, please go ahead and subscribe so you can get notified of my future content. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Today I'm going to show you my current project, and it's a doozy. It started off that I just wanted to push the limits of the 26-degree roof and see how far I could push it. Then I decided to build my very own ship. As you can see here, I've started to flatten the area, get my land ready for building my docks. I put the rock wall down and then added fill-in dirt up against it until I didn't have a gap going all the way around it. And once I did that, it was much easier to flatten it out nicely. As you can see, I'm starting to stockpile my resources. This is a nice shot from the top view. It gives you a good perspective on just how big this building is going to be. Each one of those little squares is a workbench of some kind, either the stone cutter or the normal workbench. As you can see here, I'm starting to build up the wall a little bit higher, and then I laid down the all stone floor. I did get rained on quite a bit during this. So here you can see me really taking the 26-degree roof to as far as I can possibly take it. I'm going to end up almost going all the way to a peak there, and then I'm going to add a little bit of height to it and then come across with some more 26-degree roof. It's a little bit ambitious for a roof, but I think I can pull it off, honestly, especially with the new steel beams that they gave us that are available. So here you can see I'm starting to put the top layer of 26-degree roof on, and the centerpiece that I have there is in the heavy red. So I want to do anything crazy, I will have to add some more support to it somehow. Because okay, so here you can see that I started to do the framing for my ship. I put down a rock base, and then I used some of the steel beams to give her a good backbone, so everything I did that comes off of it will still be close to bluish tones, so nothing starts to fall apart on me. I really had a blast doing this. So here you can see I'm doing some more of the framing work around the outside of it and starting to put some of the siding in. And this was very difficult to do. I tried a few different things, and finally I got it the way I wanted it to look. Now the front end of the ship was by far the hardest part. I wanted the front end to look significantly different than the rear end, so it definitely gave me some challenges with the pieces that I had to work with. Here you can see I'm using 45-degree and 26-degree angles to fill in the sides of the bottom of the boat there. Definitely a lot of wood involved in this, and I had to have a not only a workbench but a forge available in close proximity because of the metal that's used in some of the metal beams I used to keep the ship together. So here you can see this is what it was like when I was trying to do this at high tide, and then here's another good picture of when the tide would roll out on me. You can really see the backbone of the old girl right there, really good. So here's when I started to put the top on the ship. A couple different angles there. And here we go for a nice flyby, a nice sunny day in Valheim. You can really see the scale of the ship that I built compared to the nice large Viking, the long ship that the game provides for you. So there's the front end. I like the way it turned out. I'd like to make it... I wish I could have made the sides of the ship a little bit more uniform. But just with the pieces that I had to work with, it was a little bit difficult because of the angles that I put on it. Here you can see I put a nice little rudder on the ship. And you can see that I did get it relatively smooth on the bottom sides there. Nice little serpent head on the front of the ship with a nice little platform for people to stand on and shoot their bow at the sea serpents. And I lined up a bunch of cool shields on the sides of it and have a nice little treasure chest there with some more shields. Now the inside here is the captain's quarters. I did put an actual roof on it, so when I decide that I am going to furnish the inside of the captain's quarters here to get a comfort level, I will be able to do that because it will have a roof on it, fortunately. Here we have the little crow's nest with some more steel beams that would be able to hold up the sail if there's ever anything introduced like that. So here you can see a little bit of the 26-degree roof I'm trying to work with. I'll take you down into the bowels of the ship here, show you kind of what it looks like when it's all finished up. I still have quite a bit of work I want to do to it to get it all said and done, but she does look seaworthy. I had a blast doing this build, and I hope you guys appreciate the amount of work that went into it. Not that I'm asking you, but it definitely was a lot of fun, and I hope I can give you guys some ideas for your next build. Here you can see the stone wall that I set up before I ever started building the ship, and I used the steel beams inside the ship there standing upright, and then connected the 45-degree angles onto it so that they were actually blue con and used as foundation pieces because they were connected to the stone. So here I'd like to show you real quick underneath the stone here. I dug out little holes to put my workbenches in, and that way because the place is so big, there's no need for me to have to look at them all the time. I will only have one active workstation in this large build when it's all said and done, and I will still be able to add and remove any kind of furniture or items that I want to because of those below the surface workbenches that I put in. Well, that's about it, guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and taking a look at my little ship build, and I'll definitely give you guys an update as it progresses. My name's Roger, and I'll see you on my next adventure. Take care, everybody.